Previously on Guidefitter, the youth hunt in Ohio kicked off in full force.
Bring 'em on. Bring 'em on.
Both Lenny and Brian got to kick off turkey season hunting with their kids.
Tyler, did you get the good side of me? That was horrible, Dad.
After a missed opportunity and an emotional day of turkey hunting, Logan sealed the deal on a great double-bearded gobbler.
I've been attacked by a rooster before, and I was just like in my mind thinking what it'd be like to be attacked by a turkey.
It's been so long, long hard days. They don't say God's changed my ways, 'cause I ain't changed my ways.
For Brian, hunting with his daughter is something he doesn't get to do often. The crew is starting out this morning with high hopes that today will be the day Amaryl can connect with her first gobbler.
We got in here just a little bit too late. It broke daylight too fast. We're coming out to get up on this ridge. There's birds gobbling everywhere. So we're kind of pinned down right here. We just set this Jake out. We got Amaryl behind a nice blind. We've been watching turkeys funnel back and forth on this ridge for last couple days, so hopefully this Jake will draw them out. Look at the smell. Close the distance on this turkey. He's probably about 400 or 500 yards away. We got a nice little spot here, but this place is just crawling with turkeys. They're everywhere. And every time we've picked up and moved, we've come back and there's been birds right where we were sitting originally. So I'm having a hard time picking up and leaving this spot because it's a nice spot, but losing our patience. And this is your last day of the hunt, and we need to get you a bird, huh?
Sometimes we just need to go with our gut a little bit more.
Right there.
80 yards. You're kidding me.
Patience does pay off. Unfortunately, none of us in this particular hunting crew are all that patient.
As a guide, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and even more wanting someone like her to go home with her first bird.
Fortunately, there are gobblers everywhere on the lease, so Jerry was able to keep pushing on, trying to locate another bird.
She's kind of out a little bit, but this is a great experience for me. It's the first time we've been out hunting together like this where she's hunting. She's gone out hunting with me a few times, but I've never gone out hunting with her, so whatever happens, if we get a bird, that'd be terrific, but if not, it's just been amazing spending time with her like this on her first hunt.
Unfortunately, I just didn't get the job done. She caught on real quick from the rest of the Guidefitter crew and busted my chops for a little while before she left. But all in all, it was a fantastic hunt.
This hunt was very special to my dad and I because we could be together in hunting, which we both love. We made so many memories, stalking turkeys, belly crawling, being with a guide. It'll just be something that we never forget.
After the junior hunt was over, it was time for Lenny and I to start chasing the birds.
We just got out here to the lease. It's 7:45. It's raining, trying to put some turkeys to bed. Lenny had to drive Logan home, so he's not going to be back out here till probably late tomorrow morning. And we just looked at the weather report for the next 3 days of our hunt. Monday's supposed to be thunderstorms and rain. Tuesday's supposed to be high wind gusts of 20 and above, and Wednesday's supposed to be rain. So it's not looking real good for us right now, but hopefully we can find a flock of birds and put them to bed and Get back out here tomorrow morning and make something happen.
I got 3 days here in Ohio. Try to get one under my belt first thing here. Just slid up about 15 yards because we were down in a little valley. We were having a hard time seeing. As soon as we crept up over this rise, there was 3 hens and 2 jakes going across the field. About 380 yards away, they didn't see us. That didn't want nothing to do with that.
What's up, Leonard? Glad you could make it. At least somebody decided to sleep in this morning, huh?
You slept in?
You did. It's gotta be, what, 10 o'clock and you're just showing up to hunt?
Well, some of us. Still got 2 hours. I should have slept for another hour. We decided we were going to start pulling stands. This is the last year we have this lease. And on the way over to get some stands, we ran into a flock of gobblers. Instead of taking the 4 of us in on it, we decided Jerry and Wade, they were going to get out and do a little spot and stalk, try to get in front of these birds and ambush them. Go, 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 go. Stay down. Turkeys are working right toward Jerry and Wade. They're on a collision course to run into each other. Hopefully they can get to that. There's a pile of brush right in front of the birds. If they can get to that, they're going to be in good shape.
I think we're good. We got a big bush up ahead of us, like 80 yards. I think we're good to crawl up to that.
You know, this isn't your typical turkey hunt fashion, but this is all part of being a good guide, a good hunter, whatever you want to call it. When the conditions change and the birds aren't working, they're not gobbling, it's windy, you got to switch up. And if that means belly crawling to get it done, that's what you do.
They're coming right at us.
Got one right in front of them, 2 right in front of them.
I can't hear you. I don't want to shoot. Can you see him good? I can't hear you. Hold on. One right in the middle. Are you on him good?
Go, far right, far right.
No shot, no shot.
I'm a sweaty mess. We just got done army crawling about 300 yards. We got up to about 70 yards from them turkeys. Wade had him on the camera. I had no shot. I had a shot. Wade didn't have him on the camera. Oh man, it was brutal. I'm soaking wet. The grass is just covered in rain from last night and dew. Not to mention we're sweating like crazy. Crawling through all this pollen. My cameraman can't even see. He's choking. All for turkeys. I don't get it.
The guys regrouped and were right back at it the next morning.
I came out here to the barn this morning. Last night we came back to roost birds. We had 7 longbeards up by the gate, but they crossed the road and headed to another property. We come back here to the barn this morning to listen. There's one bird gobbling down there. He's off the property. And we heard another one that's back where Jerry's at. So we're just still sitting here listening, hoping for something else to start gobbling, so we know which direction to head. We left down at the barn, came up here on the road up on this ridge so we can kind of watch both sides. There's been a lot of birds. You can catch them out in these fields, but there's nothing out here right now. Pretty breezy up here and it's cold this morning. Might be a while before they work their way out to the fields. Tyler and I were sitting here in the barn doing interviews, kind of waiting for things to turn around, and the bird started gobbling over here to the north. We're gonna run over here and see if we can't get on him. Well, we headed over here where I heard this bird gobbling. And we looked back where we've been watching all morning from the barn, and there's a strutter out there in the middle of the field. So kind of indecisive, do we go for him or keep heading this way since we're already over here? And this bird was gobbling on his own. We're gonna go up here and see if we can't get him in the range somehow. We just got over here and climbed up this little hill. He's in through this thick stuff. He's still gobbling his whole head off, so we're gonna try to get set up and see if we can't get him called in. Bird's kind of gobbling on his own. We've only called to him very, very little. The last time that he gobbled, I was starting to get a little worried. We knew he was close. He'd shut up for a while. I was wanting to call, but I wasn't wanting to move. And here I see this little red head pop up out there at about 50 yards. The gobbler, he gets to the top of the hill. He gets to a point to where I'm going to kill him, and he doesn't stop. He just keeps coming. Tyler's trying to film over his shoulder, trying to work the camera, and the bird's coming in so quick, having trouble with the focus, just for the fact that he's at such an awkward position. Tyler gives me the green light, line the sights up on him.
Lenny instantly thinks back on how his son Logan missed his first opportunity as well.
Where the heck did I hit him?
It was horrible, Dad. Did I?
Are you kidding?
Logan, I feel your pain. I had him right there, 12 yards. It happens.
It's not funny, but it is, I guess. I put it right on the base of his neck.
Put it right on his head.
Like father, like son. It's a good bird, too. I was right on him.
While Lenny just had a missed opportunity, Jerry has been hunting hard all morning, and just about the time he thinks it's not going to happen, he spots some birds.
Just goes to show you, as soon as you start getting down and don't think it's gonna happen, we're on our way to that hardwoods. We're gonna set up for the rest of the day. I'm coming around this hill that we're sitting on, nice and slow, just sneaking, stalking. And I see two birds sitting right out here at 30 yards. We belly crawl up over this hill. And the weight says, I'm on him, take him. So, I just shot at Jake. It's not a big old Tom with a long beard, 1 3/4 spurs, but I'm stoked, man. I'm happy.
My
good friend Brad always says, it's not about the length of the beard or the size of the rack, it's about the love of the hunt. And that was awesome. That was just awesome. Yeah, boy!
It's the last day of Ohio. As you can see, it's pouring. Jerry and Wade, they went out this morning. They had some birds gobbling, but filming this TV show, any TV show or any camera gear does not mix well with the rain. So we're gonna go get them picked up, and we have till noon today. So we're either gonna have to be content with the way the season went here and call it that, or the weather breaks before noon and we get back after them. 20 after 11, we got a gobbler, a couple hens spotted. We got about 15 minutes to get there, so we gotta move.
As Lenny closes the distance on this gobbler, he can't help but think of how this hunt is laying out. Logan missed a bird, then redeemed himself on a great turkey. Lenny has also missed a bird, and instead of Logan following in his dad's footsteps, Lenny may be able to follow in Logan's footsteps if he can connect with this gobbler.
Either stay low around the edge, or try to call him up top. I'm not sure if he's still out in the field or not. Gobbler's right up here on this flat. We're gonna get set up right over here and try to call him back. We got about 20 minutes to get this done. I made a few calls, but he wanted nothing to do with it. So I decided to sneak down, get the decoy, and raise it up just enough so he could see it. I can't tell you how much I'm liking the decoy this week. As soon as he saw it, he turned and he was coming right for us. Got him. Yeah. No. Okay. Kill him. Smoked him. Game over. Now that is how a hunting show is supposed to come together. Good job, man. That's as excited as I've ever, shook up as I've ever been to kill a bird. Yeah. Did you hear my heart beating down there? I mean, I'd used that fan before, but I'll tell you what, you made me a hell of a believer in that thing this week. It's the last day of our Ohio hunt. Last 10 minutes of the hunt. Rained all morning. We couldn't really get out. We didn't want to risk this camera gear. We went in, grabbed some breakfast. We come back. There was birds everywhere. We spotted these birds from the barn. We knew we had to hurry to get up here. We set up, called a little bit. He didn't respond. We went down, we grabbed the decoy. I was going to crawl up. Tyler's like, just raise it up and show it to him. I did that. Tyler could see him the whole time. I couldn't. He come in. He busted me because I had moved and had the top of his head, pulled the trigger, got up here. He was here. And unbelievable. To have Logan out here earlier for the youth season and have him kill a double-bearded bird. You know, he's so passionate. So much reminds me of me when I was that little. It was all about hunting I'm now 36, it's still all about hunting. But to follow it just exactly the way it happened for him, he missed, then killed that bird. You know, he was upset, he was down on himself. I missed, and quite honest, I was upset. I felt like I left every one of us down on a 12-yard shot, and how do you do that? But it happens, and to come back here today with 10 minutes left, 10 minutes. We checked the time before we started. We wanted to make sure we got this done by noon, and just kind of sitting here in awe how that could all come together and follow out this script so perfect, and to have it captured on camera for us to be able to relive over and over, that's priceless. That truly is priceless for us, a family that is all about hunting in the outdoors. Couldn't get any better than that. The Ohio deer season, it sucked. Turkey season, it was awesome. We couldn't have asked for it to turn out any better.
I talked to my wife. She's like, make sure you don't chase them. Just stay still and just stay in one spot. You know what always happens. I'm like, yeah, I know. We chased them. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what always happens with me.